person under observation has tested positive for the novel coronavirus. This is the first case in the country. The patient is currently admitted.
Sinabi ng chair na habang suspendido ang lahat ng klase, OJT, internship at school activities, nasa kamay na ng mga universidad kung paano nila mabibigyan ng alternatibong edukasyon ang mga estudyante.
Oh, Angie, online class. Will online class promotes learner-centeredness?
Hello, good morning class. I am Ms. Navarro, your science teacher for this school year. Since it's the first day of class, I would like to introduce you the online class policies, routines, and procedures. So today, as you can see, my screen is empty, right? Ako rin makita ninyo, wala ko i-introduce pa ng mga policies. This is because I want to set policies in this online class along with you. I'd love to hear your suggestions with regards to the things that you would be following in this class.
Allowing students to take part in making policies will make learners feel responsible and involved, which will motivate them to perform better and comply with policies.
Okay, so you can open your mics if you have any suggestions. So let's start with the attire. I'd love to see you in your uniforms, but also I want to hear your opinions. So any comment about that?
Yes, ma'am. I do have some comment about it.
Yes, Hunter?
I don't think, ma'am, that we should have our uniform on class, if that would be fine. I think a good suggestion would be that if it's fine to wear like comfortable clothes as long as it's presentable.
Of course, sige. And of course, I would also agree. I would understand your situation, especially now when naratas balay, it's pandemic. So it's understandable as long as you would not wear any sleeveless clothes or like spaghetti straps. Okay, can we agree with that? Can we all agree with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so our first policy, when you attend our class, make sure to be presentable. Wear something comfortable yet presentable. Avoid wearing sleeveless clothes or spaghetti straps na clothes, okay? Next, for our second policy, ganahan na ako na makita ko sa inyong mga dagway. Of course, ganahan ko makita sa inyong mga guwapa o guwapo mga naong. So, ganahan ko nga mag-open the camera. But then, of course, namjoy uban na di gusto. So, I would like to hear those people na di mo agree na mag-open ka. Benny, the open mic to John Benny. Do you have something to say? For me, ma'am, no, ma'am, because we don't really have adequate space sa mga that is suitable for online class, and I have lots of siblings walking around. They might be caught on when we are having class, so I don't think that I can do that. So for me, no, ma'am. Okay, I totally understand na nato yung ba na uncomfortable mag-open ka, no, kay, especially if daghang tao sa balay, and then wala kay space, daghang mga mag-agi-agi. So I totally understand, so I will consider that idea also. So I will not require you to open your cameras, but for those who want to open their cameras, you can also open your cameras. Okay, so for our second policy, cameras are not required. Okay, now for our third policy is the same with the usual face-to-face class with a one-mouth policy. With that, I would like all of us to agree now we turn off our microphones all the time unless we are asked to speak or when we have questions. Okay, agree, Ramana? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So in connection, okay, thank you. So in connection, of course, we would like to promote nga Tagalog freedom to use any language na inyong gusto. So I would really not limit you to speaking in English. You can use Bisaya or whatever language you prefer. Okay, so third policy, one house policy, and then you are also not required to speak in English all the time. Okay, now in connection to the third policy, I have prepared routines and procedures that we have to follow. Okay, so let me share my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Now, here are our routines and procedures. So this is in connection to the third policy, which is katong one-mouth policy. I have already introduced to you all the policies and routines and procedures. I hope these things would be remembered when we start our formal discussions with this subject. Now, do you have any other concerns? You can open your mic and say your concerns. Okay, I assume you have any other concerns since you are all silent. So that is all for today. See you next meeting. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for coming. Bye, class.
Bye, ma'am.
Hello, good morning again, class. So today is our first day of discussion. So we will be discussing our first topic for this school year. So remember all the routines and procedures that we have discussed during the first day of class. I hope you would be able to apply that all throughout this school year. Now let's proceed with our very first discussion. So let me share my screen. Can you see my screen now? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. So look at the picture and then tell me what can you observe with this world map. Okay, I see Kwan raising her hand. Kwan, can you open your microphone? Picture showed a supercontinent called Pangaea, where all the continents that we have today were once connected. Yes, very good. So observe mo na ano man yung nagkuyog manitanan ang mga continents na karon sa modern days kay lagyo naman yung mga continents. So this was the idea of the Pangaea and you've learned this from your previous classes, from previous years. Now, Kwan, why do you think that this Pangaea break apart into the continents that we have today? Any idea about it? It's because of the movement of the tectonic plates. Yes, very good. It's good to hear. Nakaremember ko sa inyo ang mga lessons sa previous years. So this is because of the movement of the tectonic plates. So kami, ang mga continents kay bukag tungod sa mga plates na ni-move.
Active learning. Asking questions to the students to elicit the idea of the lesson fosters active learning. It helps engage learners and make them wonder what the lesson will be. In this way, you will be able to draw students' attention and focus.
Now, let's elicit the idea of the lesson from this picture. What can you observe in the picture? Hinakay is raising his hand.
I can see in here, ma'am, that there are like small dots in red being scattered all around the plates, and I think those red dots scattering are the like earthquakes happened before.
Very good observation. Hinakay is correct. Mga earthquakes na siya mga niyopor, and it's focused on certain areas. Now, why do you think the occurrence of these earthquakes seem to form a pattern or seem to occur in specific areas and not all over the map? Nga naman, naamagig siya follow ng mga areas na na even siya randomly naka-scatter. Na may mga place na wala. So, what do you think about it? I see Kwan raising her hand. Can you open your mic? Yes, ma'am. For me, ma'am, it is because of earthquake occurred due to the movement of plates. Yes, very good. The movement of the plates. So you can see here are the plates. So we have the 7 major plates, ang mga dako na plates, and we also have smaller plates. Now, as you can see with this picture, ang kaming mga red dots kay naa siya sa mga boundaries anang mga plates. So today, our topic is the plate boundaries. So we have 3 types of plate boundaries. We have divergent, convergent, and transform fault plate boundaries. Convergent is subdivided into 3 different types. So let's start with the divergent. So divergent is also called as constructive. Why? The convergent, first we have oceanic continental. It means oceanic plate and continental plate would move towards each other. Second, we have the oceanic plates ang magbangga. Now, the third one is the continental. It means 2 continental plate or 2 landmass moves toward the margin of another. For the next and the final is the transform fault. Transform fault plate boundaries is when 2 plates slide past each other. Now, to help you understand the concept better, I would like to show you an interactive simulation. Like, visual out na kung saan ang mga plate boundaries. So, may tabog yun, di ba? Again, with the convergent, we move toward each other. With the divergent, we move far from each other. Yeah, and transform is we move past. Remember the direction of the arrows. Okay? Now, let's start with the continental convergent. Now, this is how it looks like. Muna siya on surface. Let's see what happens 20 million years after when these 2 plates would converge. Magbangga sila kasi may tabo. Ang kanina part, natumurag na yung mga circle, those are actually called as earthquakes. So, mga ang mga earthquakes na nagtabo, pag-converge sa 2 plates, nag-collide ang 2 plates towards each other. So, pag-collide nila, what can you observe? Ano sa may nahitabo ang landform? Okay, I see Jimoy raising his hand. Jimoy, can you tell me your idea?
I see mountain ranges, ma'am.
Yes, mountain ranges. Very good. Nga naman na ingani man, nga nagka-mountain ranges.
Kaya, kuan ma'am, ang duha ka continental plates nag-collide. And then, each kan sa boundary nila, dito na forma ang mga mountain ranges.
Yes, very good. Observation. Okay, so you have learned so much from this simulation already. I hope this is a good way for you to remember all the ideas na na-discuss nato today. So,
Simulation. Simulation is an active learning strategy and is a learner-centered instructional method. Using technology to simulate a real event would help learners understand the concepts better and will promote knowledge retention. This will also increase students' attention during your discussions.
Summarize and to evaluate how far you have learned, first differentiate the three plate boundaries in your own words. Anybody? Okay, I see Kwan raising her hand. Kwan, can you tell me your idea?
Plate boundaries occur when plates move toward each other, forming mountain belts. Divergent plate boundaries, on the other hand, occur when two plates move away from each other, resulting to seafloor spreading. And the transform fault boundary happens when two plates slide past each other.
Yes, very good. Sakto, tanan. Now, next question is, why do you think divergent plate boundaries are referred to as constructive boundary? So, I see Gulfan raising her hand. Gulfan, can you open your mic?
Yes, ma'am. So, for me, ma'am, divergent boundaries are referred as constructive boundary because it creates a new ocean floor, and this is due to the sea floor spreading. And then, as sea floor spreading, the magma rises and it creates a new ocean floor.
Yes, very good, very good. Sakto, no? So, constructive siya, divergent, kay inig buwag sa duha ka plates, move away from each other, musaka ang magma, mo-form siya new ocean floor. Inig spread sa sea floor, kay mo form siya, ma-generate siya new ocean floor. Now, lastly, why convergent is referred to as destructive plate boundary? Yep, I see Hinakay raising his hand. Can you share your thoughts, Hinakay?
Yes, ma'am. So convergent is a destructive boundary because it destroys the land upon collision, and that thing it creates mountain belts.
Yes, very good. So, ang kanyang convergent referred siya as destructive kay mag-collide man sa magbangga, so yun i-destroy ang landform, creating new mountains. Now, very last question is siya. So, I want to test your understanding. Ang kaning plates na to, di ba, one whole plates na siya nga na-divide. So, na parts nga mag-converge, magbangga sila, na may part na mag-diverge. So do you think ang ato ang floor na to kay magkagamay siya when this happens, or will it still be the same?
Based on my own understanding, it's so smaller. The reason is because we have divergent zones aside from convergent zones. So in divergent zones, we create new plates. So it means that even though there are convergent zones, then there will be plates or new floors generated. That's my own understanding.
Yes, very good. So I can really say you've learned so much, no? Kay that one, I did not share that, but you were able to answer. Penny is actually correct. So, inig-destroy sa katong convergent, maparta siya sa mantol, but then sa other side of the world, ang ubang plates would nag-diverge. So, nag-move away from each other, and when this happens, new sea floors are created. So, kung naay mawa, naay maa. Okay?
Question and answer. Question and answer is a learner-centered instructional method. In this situation, asking students questions regarding the topic would serve as an evaluation of what students have learned.
I hope you've learned so much from this discussion despite being in an online platform. So that's all for today with our discussion, and I'll leave you with a task or a homework that you are to present after 1 week. Do you have any other questions, concerns? Okay, I assume wala na more questions. Also, don't forget your presentation for the next week. That's all for today, guys. I think we have delivered this class very well and you performed very well. So have a great day and you can start collaborating with your group mates. Thank you for coming to this class. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
We have a week to do it.
So, ganun na lang guys, kung tumat naman sa atin, pwede naman kayo pag-ulit sa edit sa itong video, then matay masakita na mo act as before, during, and after.
Hello, good morning class. So it's another day of online class and today is the day for your presentation and we shall start with group 1. I hope you are all ready. So let's start with group 1. You may now present your video or your infographic.
Recent earthquakes remind us that we live in a restless planet, but there are important things we can do to protect ourselves, our families, and our homes.
Disaster preparedness plan. Know the hazards, know the evacuation area. Prepare your house or your workplace. Prepare emergency supply kit. Learn how to use the first aid kit. Participate earthquake drill. After an earthquake, you should prepare your emergency kits if someone in your family member is injured. Stay away from beaches because it may have tsunamis after. And expect aftershocks and be prepared.
Earthquake is unpredictable and uncontrollable. We should go get ready all the time and be fully equipped in all ways. Because in this time of calamity, safety should always be our top priority.
Hello everyone, my name is John Ben Ibale and I'm here to give you some of the safety tips during an earthquake. During an earthquake, when you are inside a house or a room, first thing you should always remember is the principle of the duck, cover, and hold. Second is that one must always be alert and calm. So by being alert, we mean that one should always watch out for things that might fall, especially on their head. Third, step that we can take is when we are outside the house. So when we are outside, we must look for an open area or an open space. Or we are near the sea, on the other hand, we must quickly get away there as soon as we can so that we can avoid disasters such as tsunamis. Then we have when we are near steep slopes, so we must avoid steep slopes. Let's get away from it because there might be a chance that there will be landslides. And lastly is when we are inside a moving vehicle, we need to stop and get out of the vehicle, and we must avoid crossing bridges, going over flyovers and stopovers. So that's it for the things we need to do during an earthquake. I hope you guys learned something from this video.
Thank you so much for both groups. I am really impressed with your outputs. You did really well. So for both groups, I would say that your outputs are comprehensive and very organized. I can say that you've really planned and collaborated with your other members. So I am happy and delighted to know that even being challenged with this online platform, we are still able to collaborate with other learners. So you've just proven that collaboration is still possible even in online classes. With your performance, you have proven that. So thank you so much for that. And for both groups, I would say your score is a total of 30 points. So congratulations. Congratulations for both groups. You have a perfect score. That is all for today. And I hope you've learned so much with this lesson, with our discussions. And also, I hope you would be able to apply what you have just shown in the video. Have a great day, everyone, and see you next meeting. Bye!
Cooperative learning. Group activities help learners share ideas and work with other learners. This promotes collaboration among students.
According to Charles Darwin, it is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change. And even at this time in which the education atmosphere has changed from face-to-face to online class, indeed, learner-centeredness can still be fostered.